Yo, what's going on, blunt heads, blunt world, blunt universe? It's me, your host with the most, here to brag, boast, celebrate, and toast. He is I am him. I am Taye the Loose Cannon Adams. You're now tuned in to the Very Blunt Sports Podcast. This is the very first, numero uno, first episode of 2K22. First off, I want to say happy belated New Year's, happy New Year's, however you want to take it and accept it. To everybody, hope everybody had a good time, hope everybody was safe. Hopefully, everybody stuck to their resolutions or made resolutions. I got the same resolution every year, and that's to be better than I was in the last year and the previous year. So that's just my number one goal, my number one solution. By the way, I want to thank everybody that's been liking, subscribing, and sharing. If you like this video and you want to get more videos or want to be the first one to get videos hot off the presses whenever I'm releasing them, please subscribe, share to the Very Blunt Sports Podcast YouTube. Shout outs to everybody. I want to thank everybody for making the Very Blunt Sports Podcast group page. Oh, we over 500 members right now. I know I can't name all 500 of y'all, so I'm just extending my love, extending my arms out to y'all and saying thank you for basically supporting me, supporting my vision, supporting my dream. Just overall, I'm eternally grateful for all my blunt heads, the blunt world, the blunt universe, whatever you want to call yourself. I direct you as that. So just very much thank you. I really appreciate everything. So we got a lot of stuff to get into. One, this is the last week of Taye's picks. That's when I make my weekly predictions, my weekly picks on who I'm going to win in the NFL season. It's the last week, and then we going straight into the playoffs. So these teams need to know and understand that if you take an L, it ain't no bouncing back, coming back and trying to improve next week. You take that L, you ain't coming back until next year. After the draft, after the preseason, start the process all over again to chase that ring, because that's what everybody wants. That's what everybody playing for, is to be a champion. So with that being said, we're going to get into the first thing now. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell y'all, if y'all didn't know, the blunt is now in session. So let's catch all this smoke. But on to this. I am from Erie, PA, 814, proud stand-up, and there's a lot of, it's a good football fan base up here. We got a lot of Steelers fans, there's a couple Browns fans, a couple Bills fans, a couple Cowboys fans. It's all, basically spread out and somewhat equal, but in all reality, I'm in Steelers country. You know what I'm saying? And so my mom's a Steeler fan, shout outs to her. My dad's a Steeler fan, shout outs to him. I got my Uncle Mike, definitely shout outs to him. I know he watching because I gave him a little preview of what today's episode gonna be. I was raised around a bunch of Steelers fans, and I ain't one of them, you know what I'm saying? I'm just the oddball, the black sheep of the family. But anyway, we talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers and one person in particular today, and that's Big Ben Roethlisberger. Here, I kind of, stole this from Nori's Drink Champs, but we like to give people their flowers. We like to give people their big ups and their respect. We feel that over here at A Nubian Blaze, we feel that basically we shouldn't have to die in order for people to appreciate our greatness and appreciate what we have done and what we put out there in the world. And so today, it's a little segment we're dedicating to Big Ben Roethlisberger. He recently said that the last game in Cleveland, which was a home game in Pittsburgh, was his last home game. And so he's retiring. He's going into retirement. And we just want to thank him for his service to the Shield, the service to the sport of football, what he's done. I had the pleasure of being able to watch, a whole lot of Steelers games because of people in my family for the past 18 years. And as far as I could see, And as far as I've been around watching and critiquing and wanting to know more of the ins and outs about football, I had the pleasure of the past 18 years of watching him play. Ups, downs, whatever you want to call it. This man never had a losing season. Only played for 2 coaches, which is rare, you know what I'm saying, in the sports world. And he won 2 Super Bowl rings with both of those coaches, with Bill Cowher and with Mike Tomlin, making Mike Tomlin the second black head coach to win the Super Bowl and the youngest head coach to win the Super Bowl. So we just gonna get into Big Ben's stats right now. Now, he went to Miami, Ohio from 2000 to 03. When he got to the NFL, he was drafted in the first round with the 11th pick to Pittsburgh in 2004. Remained the Pittsburgh Steelers from 2004 all the way up to 2022, which is this year. He's ending his career after, you know, whether if the Steelers make the playoffs or they don't, they still got a losing record. Just wanted to put out there, this man, as a starting quarterback, he doesn't have a losing record, which is rare. He came in, did the work, did the damn thing, and we're going to go over some more facts and all of this other good stuff about him, because I honestly feel, whether if you're a Steelers fan or you ain't a Steelers fan, you need to put some respect on this man's name because of his accomplishments and everything that he's done. Now, real quick, 2-time Super Bowl champion, NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, 6-time Pro Bowl, 2-time NFL passing yards leader, 3 division titles with the Pittsburgh Steelers, 3 AFC championship games with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, these are his career stats at the moment, how it's standing right now, because there's still one more game to be played. 8,399 passing attempts, 5,410 passing completions. That's a 64.4 percentage, 417 touchdowns, 210 interceptions, 63,844 passing yards, with the overall passer rating, a career passer rating, at 93.6. Going into some more stuff about Big Ben, became the youngest quarterback to win a Super Bowl at the age of 23. Currently ranked 7th all-time in NFL career passing yards. Ranked 12th all-time in passer rating, 94.3. Tied for 9th in yards per attempt with 7.8. Tied for 12th in completion percentage with 64.4. 4th highest career winning percentage, the .710. Over 100 starts, one of 6 quarterbacks to beat all NFL teams. Moving on to some of the records, some of y'all know, some of y'all might not know. Well, if you didn't know, now you know. Most career 500-yard passing games with 4. Most completions in a regular or postseason game, 47. Most passing yards in a relief appearance, 379. Most passing yards in consecutive postseason games, 970. Most TD passes most touchdown passes. I gotta go over my notes, you know what I'm saying. But most touchdown passes in a 2-game span, 12. Only player with consecutive games of 6+ touchdown passes. Only player with consecutive postseason games of 4+ touchdown passes. And I just wanted to throw this little fun fact out there that he got a Super Bowl ring before Eli Manning, who was also in that 2004 draft, along with Phillip Rivers and a couple other guys. But, you know, like I said, won a Super Bowl ring before Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, and Aaron Rodgers. And he got his second Super Bowl ring before Eli Manning and Peyton Manning. Put some respect on this man's name. Like I said, I ain't a Steelers fan. Never was, never will be. But I'm allowed to like players. Just like you. You allowed to like players on other teams that ain't your team. You allowed to respect somebody's greatness. You allowed to respect somebody's athleticism. you're allowed to do all of that. Because at the end of the day, before I'm a fan of the team that I'm a fan of, which is the Dallas Cowboys, I'm a fan of this good sport football first. And I'm a logical football fan. I ain't an unrealistic one. But with these stats that I just named and everything that I just said, y'all really, really need to put some respect on this man and give him his flowers, give him a good, graceful bow out. Whether if you like him or you hate him, whether if you joked about some of his court situations in the past or anything like that, you got to put respect on this man's name as a football player, because the stats that I just read and everything that I just said proves that he's a winner. You can't doubt that. You can't knock that. All right? So definitely salute to you, Big Ben. Oh, he got his number retired at his college, Miami of Ohio, which was number 7. And he will be in the Pittsburgh Ring of Honor. And he is a first ballot Hall of Famer since he's retiring this year. He'll be eligible for the Hall of Fame in 2027. I hope he gets it. I hope he gets in. Good luck to you, Big Ben. Thank you for your service on the field. Thank you for your service to the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Pittsburgh community. I salute you, man. Nothing but love and appreciation this way. Now, I told y'all last week of Taye's picks. All division games. I love division games. I like how they ended this. It's perfect with all the different situations and the different scenarios and the outcomes that could possibly happen. So we're just going to dive right into it. I want y'all to know that over there in the AFC, the number 1 spot is still up for the grab. It's still up for the taking. It could be Tennessee. It could be Kansas City. Depending on how this week play out, somebody going to get that number 1 spot and somebody going to get that good old bye week. So that's just the extra week of rest for them to prepare for their next opponent, their next opposition, whatever you want to call it. But we're going to dive right in. Like I said, these is all division games right here. We got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. I'm looking for the Kansas City Chiefs to basically put they flag in the sand and fight for this number 1 spot. They're basically going to be fighting with Tennessee. My opinion is going to be either the Chiefs or the Titans that get that number 1 spot. But by the way, my fault. This is the first Saturday game, the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. I'm definitely going with the Chiefs to go ahead and go with that one. Second Saturday game, we got the Dallas Cowboys at the Philadelphia Eagles, Philly. Definitely a good rivalry, definitely a good way to end out the season. Both teams are in the playoffs. I know both teams are starting their starters. Ain't nobody sitting out. And so I'm looking for Dallas to win that game and hopefully, bump their seed up higher, maybe to a 3rd seed, maybe to a 2nd seed. You never really know how this week might play out, but it's going to play out good. Now, we got 2 teams in the NFC East basically fighting for nothing right now, with the Washington football team at the New York Giants, even though they ain't fighting for nothing, but other than bragging rights in that division, and nobody wants to be the first to be last. I'm definitely going with the Washington football team. They just better overall, offensive, defensive, and with Saquon Barkley still out and questionable, and with Daniel Jones still out, due to neck, he won't be able to come back until next year. So I'm going with the Washington football team. Got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns. Disappointing season for the Browns. They were supposed to do a lot more, but didn't do a lot. Whether if it was the problems with Odell, whether if it was the problems with Baker Mayfield. Hopefully they get it together and they figure it out. But they're not getting it together this year. They could go back to Cleveland, East 99, where Bone Thugs is from, because I'm definitely going with the Natty on this one. Battle of Ohio, taking Natty. Now we got Pittsburgh at Baltimore. This is Ben's last game against Pittsburgh. I want him to go out with a win. I hope he go out with a win. He deserves it. So I'm going with Pittsburgh on that game. Now we got Green Bay at Detroit. Do I need to say more? It's Green Bay at Detroit. Green Bay, obviously. Duh. No-brainer. Now we got the Indianapolis Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars. They better than the Lions, but that really ain't saying much because they suck too. So I'm definitely going with the Colts to stay in this and to win this game. Now we got the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans, another horrible team. The Houston Texans, that is. I'm going with the Tennessee Titans on this. They want that number one spot, like Ludacris says, so they after and they coming to get it. Now we got two more teams that's basically playing and fighting for nothing. We got the New Orleans Saints at the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to go with the A-Town on this one. Go with the Falcons to fly over the Saints, take this game and win. Now we got the Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals. I'm looking for Arizona to win this game, and basically they could lock up the West with a win and with a Rams loss. They could lock that up real quick. It was disappointing to see how, Seattle did this year. I think this is Russell Wilson's first losing season as a starting quarterback. I don't know if he's going to be there next year. I don't know if Pete Carroll's going to be there next year, but something is about to change. Something is about to definitely shake up, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Now, we got the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills. Like, Buffalo all the way. The Jets suck. They're horrible. If the Jets was a person in the movie, they would be that dude from Life, Can't Get Right. That's them. Now we got the Carolina Panthers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hall of Fame Tom gonna do it again. He already won the division. Might as well put this Carolina Panthers team out of their misery, send them back to Carolina and get ready for the draft. Now we got the New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins. Now, history done showed us that anytime the Patriots played the Dolphins, basically late December, early January, the Dolphins always wound up and they come along with a win. But not this time, because I'm going with the New England Patriots to basically take this. They still want that East, and they could basically still have it if Buffalo trip up. It's still up in the air. It's still for the grabbing. Anybody is and can win, no matter any scenario could play out. That's basically all that I'm saying. Even though the Patriots, they're already in the playoffs, but having that division gives them a lot more bragging rights, and it puts another, feather in the cap of Bill Belichick. Now, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the LA Rams. I'm going with the LA Rams. They want that division. They fighting for that division. That's the NFC West, and they need the Cardinals to lose. Is the Cardinals going to lose? I don't think they're going to lose. I picked them to win, especially against Seattle. They're not good right now. So I'm definitely going with the Los Angeles Rams to take that. Now we got the Los Angeles Chargers at the Las Vegas Raiders. Both of these teams basically want in. They fighting to get that last playoff spot, to get in a position to be a good wild card team. But I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one. They just been looking better. I think they might be more on the consistent side than what the Raiders is. The Raiders have been going through a lot this year, whether if it was, mainly John Gruden's emails and some of their players with, the off-the-field issues that I reported on earlier in the season. Hopefully, the Raiders could bounce back. Hopefully, they find a coach. Hopefully, Jacksonville find a coach. There's been a lot of crazy shit that's been going on in this NFL season, but that's what we love it. That's why we love it, because it got the storylines to it. It got the drama. It got the competitiveness. It got the hard hitting sometimes. Some people say it's scripted. Some people say it's like a soap opera. It is what it is. This is what it comes to, and this is what it basically has come down to. We're at the last of the season, the last of the Mohicans. Next time you watch this show, I'm going to be reporting on the playoffs. If y'all like to hear Taye's playoff picks, please, comment underneath, and I will make that happen. Now, I want to get on to this Antonio Brown story, right? Now, it's been a lot of different things that's that's been said, a lot of different things that's been done. I don't got the full information, and I like to pride myself on having the full information. That way I could deliver it to y'all. That way I keep my credibility. I like having facts added on top of my opinion. Now, some people say that, he's going through some mental health issues. Some people say he hasn't, been right since he took that hit when he was with Pittsburgh in the Bengals game. When Vontae, Burfict basically laid him out, like put his ass down. I hate to put it like that, but he put his ass down. So, man, if you know anything about CTE, if you watched the movie Concussion, that had Will Smith in it, if you did any of your investigating or anything like that, if he does have CTE, we won't know until he passes away. So we would be able to look at his brain and all of that other stuff. So I don't know if that's the issue. I don't know if he is actually diagnosed with something mental health wise, whether bipolar, schizophrenia. We don't know. Whatever it is, I do hope that AB do get the help that he deserves, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a super talented dude, but I don't think anybody wants to deal with the heartache and the headache and anything that comes with them. And it's been one story after another. I don't know which is the truth. I don't know if Bruce Arians is lying. I don't know if Antonio Brown is lying. I know that they wanted him to get his incentives. He's saying that he told them that he really didn't want to play because of an ankle injury or something like that. He already, I think, got unfairly suspended for having a fake unvaccination card. I ain't saying people should be, out there selling, fake vaccination cards or anything like that, but people don't know what's in the vaccination, so people don't want to take it. Me personally, I ain't taking the shit. I'm on my Kyrie Irving shit, which I'm gonna get to him. But the only thing that I disagree with AB on was how he left the game. First off, I don't believe in quitting. I don't believe in quitting on yourself. I don't believe in quitting on your team. I don't believe in none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you is gonna walk off, you ain't have to do all that, my G. You ain't have to do all that, homie. You know what I'm saying? Basically stripping and running around and giving the peace sign and saluting and all of that other shit. Like, you ain't have to do all of that. Like, making the grandstanding, as they called it, that seeking attention shit. Like, come on, man. You're Antonio Brown, you AB. You don't need attention all like that. You gonna get it regardless. But I ain't think that was cool, how he just walked away from his team when they was down and needed him, regardless of the heated conversation that went on between him, his coach, or even Tom Brady. If you was going to walk off, you should have just walked off, just went straight to the tunnel. You ain't have to strip damn near, naked to prove a point that you was leaving or that you was out. Or did you want an encore? I ain't know what you was looking for. I ain't know what you wanted, man. But that's the only thing I disagree with him about. If he really had a serious ankle injury, then get that checked out, get that fixed, do what you got to do to rehab. If you're going through, mental issues, reach out to somebody, talk to somebody that you trust, somebody that got your best interest at heart and just ain't gonna tell you what you want to hear because you AB the superstar. So many times in life we surround ourselves with yes men and all of that other stuff. So hopefully he gets the treatment that he wants and the treatment that he deserves, and hopefully he still goes about everything the right way. We rooting for you, man. Salute. Now, like I said, with the whole, vaccination thing, Kyrie Irving, season debut, with the Brooklyn Nets. I think he dropped 26 points with a win over the Indiana Pacers. Oh, by the way, Lance and Make 'em Dance, air guitar Stevenson is back with the Indiana Pacers. And the Milwaukee Bucks released DeMarcus Boogie Cousins. I reported, when they had first picked him up a couple of weeks ago. Now I'm reporting that they done got rid of him. Hopefully another team, comes in, swoops him up, because I still think he got a lot to offer, even though, as long as he's in good health, he's a good player. So that's it with the tribute to Ben. Taye's picks, NBA news. Like I said, I want to thank y'all for getting the Very Blunt Sports Podcast page, the fan page, to over 500 members. Thank y'all for, now I got over 100 subscribers on the YouTube page. Shout outs to my fam, Anubian Blaze. Please like, subscribe, and share to the official Anubian Blaze fan page and the Anubian Blaze YouTube page. Got music coming in on this new year, 2K22. I just want to say thank y'all. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all decided to be here with me, and I appreciate that. I really do. And on that note, the session is over. The blunt is out. The smoke is clear. No more smoke to be made. No more smoke to get. Love yours. Be you. Blunt heads. Blunt universe. Blunt world. I'm your host with the most, here to brag, boast, celebrate, and toast. I'm Taye the Loose Cannon Adams, a.k.a. Stephen Taye Smith. So until next time, we signing out. Love yours. I'm gone.
I don't need a fucking cosigner to post rhymes for controversy. I'm calculated, your validation does not concern me. You created a character, you can market, but I'm sharp enough to sharpen my view whenever you charge him. I can